Hi, I'm Associate Professor Julie Fleming, and I'm the Unit Coordinator for this Adult Learning and Practice Unit. Some of you are doing this unit as part of your employment with CQU, and other participants are external to CQU. So welcome to all of you, and I hope that we can all learn from each other. I am making the assumption that you haven't studied for a while, so I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of how to navigate and use this Moodle site. Look, it's only a 5-minute video and I do cover some other important things as well, so if you can please stay to the end, that'd be great. It is important that you access the Moodle site as a student. If you are a staff member, you must access it as a student, so that's just really important. You will still be able to access it, but you won't access all the material. It's best to actually use a different browser. So if you are a staff member and you use Firefox normally, try to use a different browser, maybe Safari as your student login. As mature age students, I make the assumption that you can work through the material at your own pace. I'll have 1 or 2 maybe drop-in Zoom sessions where you can meet other students and we can talk about assessment, but the expectation is that you're all at differing levels and you'll need to work through the unit on your own at your own pace. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't share your thoughts and reflections. Please do this in the general discussion forum. It's an important part of your critical reflection and gives other students insights into the different educational practices. Now, let's have a good look at how to navigate around the site. One of the most important areas is up here where there's a fair bit of support for you. Information here about your unit profile, some contact information for me, and the number of forums. I suggest you use the general discussion forum. Assessment detail here. If you go into there, you'll find the assessment detail, which actually replicates what's in the unit profile, but it's also the spot where you upload your assessment tasks. There are no reading lists. They're all embedded in the actual modules, and I'll show you that. And another bit of support for you. If you need an extension, I suggest you talk with me first about it, and I'm very happy to accommodate. But if you do actually need to put in an extension request, that's where you do it there. Now, your site might look a little bit different because I'm the unit coordinator, so I have a little bit different access, but also because you might be able to expand all, in which case it opens all of these tiles up fully or collapse them. So I'll just show you this at the moment. Another area, and I ask you to do this as your first task, and you must have already done so because you're watching this video. I just ask you to read this, which has a little bit of information about the unit. Obviously you're viewing this, which is the video, and then I ask you to do a couple of things, which a number of them is about emailing your staff member via the group chat, the group discussion forum, and just to say hello and introduce yourself. So the main part of the site is down here, and it's actually divided into 10 topics, which I suggest you can do over 10 weeks, even though it is a 12-week unit. So you can get it done in 10 weeks. So let's have a look at the first area, and this is all you need for assessment. So if you click on that, it actually opens and expands that tile. Here's all the information you need around Assessment 1. Again, some detail about Assessment 1. You've got the criteria sheet, and you've got an exemplar here. Also some other tools depending on how you want to create your video for your Assessment 1. And then here is Assessment Task 2. Again, details on the assessment and the assessment criteria sheet. And some further exemplars and some information there. So let's have a look at topic 4. For example, they're all set out the same, so I'll just give you a bit of an overview. I tell you to where to read in the learning guide, and the activities are associated in the learning guide are stepped out here for you. Now, some of them there is a fair bit of reading. Don't get bogged down with some things that you might not understand. Put that aside and come back to it. Because you're all at varying levels, I've offered you, some extension work, but you may not necessarily need it if you are an experienced practitioner. So to close that down, we just hit the close button and it collapses all those tiles. The Academic Learning Centre is a good place to go. They actually work in conjunction with this unit and myself, and they'll be offering some assistance on your academic literacy skills during the term, so watch out for an email for that. That's about it. If you do need anything, please let me know. As I've said, I actually will call you throughout the term, once, perhaps twice, depending on your needs, just so we can have a good chat, and I try to offer that individual service for you. I'm here to support you, and I do wish you the best for success in this unit.